makeup brands that I think are in their thriving era. Some of these brands are makeup brands, some of them are skincare brands, but these are just the brands that I feel like have been thriving for quite a while now and are just gonna continue to drop bomb after bomb. Some of these I have evidence for, some of them are based on gut feelings. If you trust me, if you trust me, if you don't, you don't. You 100% can feel free to disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get Rhode out of the way because I already know I'm gonna be called a bandwagon for talking about how much I love Rhode. I'm gonna be criticized saying I hate Selena, I only love Hailey. Neither of which is true. I actually really like both of them as people. I was just gonna go ahead and throw myself under the fire so that y'all don't have to. I'm sure people still will, because there are people who either ride for Hailey or ride for Selena and nothing in between. There seems to be no common ground. Me, however, for my own personal sanity, I found a common ground, and I just really happen to enjoy Rhode's brand. Take Hailey Bieber out of the equation, I would still love this brand because a lot of their products really work for me. The evidence I have for them being a brand that is gonna continue to grow and grow is because their marketing is so genius. I feel like, oddly enough, though they are a massive brand, the marketing to me still seems very personable and very intentional. Every single product they're coming out with makes a lot of sense, not only for the brand, but for the person behind the brand. I feel like the way that Hailey teases her brand and then actually implements the products into her routines months and months in advance from when they're gonna come out, even years. We've been seeing the bronzer teas forever, and I still don't know when those are coming out. It creates excitement without causing a fear mongering, and she's just really smart about the way that she markets. Every single product seems to make sense, and I love how for a lot of her products, she shows them being used in multiple ways. Not to mention, aside from the marketing, the products are actually good and they work very well for my skin type. Hear it with me, my skin type. I have super dry skin, so I find that a lot of her products work super well for me. They're going on their like second or third year of them really being super viral, and I think that they deserve it. I love a lot of their products. This brand is viral, but for some reason I just feel like they're going to come out with bangers this year. I feel like Patrick Ta kind of took a little break. He had such a big monumental thing happen with those blushes. They literally took over the globe. They're a #1 best-selling blush for a reason. They're so good, but I feel like afterwards he was coming out with a lot of launches and a lot of them were great, but nothing like super revolutionary just because his one huge idea was so good. I feel like he didn't really have to top it. For me personally, I think he's back on his game. I love the blush shades he's released. I love these lip balms, and I feel like this was like a little hidden gem that nobody really expected to be as good as it was. These are literally so good, and I just feel like he's gonna have an insane year this year. I cannot wait to see what he comes out with. They don't even produce makeup, and I know this is gonna be an insane year for them. First of all, this changed my life. The Bubble Hydrating Milky Toner, and then they came out with that Rhode Barrier Butter semi-close dew. Just feel it. They have things stirring. And the reason I know is because I've taken a meeting with somebody who works on the Bubble team in New York. I know how their brand operates. I know how much thought and time they put into things. This was in the works for 5 years before they ever released it, before Hailey Bieber came out with her. They take a long time. They study the trends. They make sure that the formula is perfect, and every single time it slaps because they're so calculated. I just know they have good things up their sleeve, and I haven't even talked to them, but I know that they have good things up their sleeve. I can feel it. Say coming out with their setting spray made me really excited for this year. I didn't even have that on the radar of a product that they would release, and I just feel like they're going to be really working on honing in their brand and releasing things that really make sense for them, and I'm so excited about it. Obviously, you know, I'm a loyal customer when it comes to the Stay Glowy Super Gel. I literally will not do my makeup without this. I feel like this year they're gonna bring us some big launches. I'm really hoping for like some cream bronzers in a stick, cream blushes in a stick, not just their liquid blushes, like creams. I think they have it in them. I'm hoping that they can do it. I love Saie as a brand. A lot of their products work super well for me. I'm also hoping to see some innovative products with their Saie Glowy Super Gel, or extending the line from this specific type of formula. I have no evidence for that. I just feel it in my soul stirring that this is going to be their year. This is a no-brainer. Huda Beauty has a great year every single year. They just come out with banger after banger after banger, and the reason that they're able to stay so on top, in my opinion, is because they listen to their consumers and they actually fix problems. Perfect example of that. They launched this powder last year, or maybe it was the year before. I want to say it was last year though. I could be wrong. It could have been the end of 2024. Nonetheless, they launched it. Everybody was so excited about it. We all decided this sucks. Okay. It was like semi-luminous. It wasn't the same as the powder. We thought we were getting this, but pressed, and we didn't. You know what they did? Instead of taking that to heart and just being like, well, I'm sorry you don't like it, you're the problem, they took accountability and said, you're right, we're the problem. This is not the same formula, so we're going to do you one better and give you an entire new line. And guess what? This actually is the pressed version of this. It's the same powder, just pressed down. They literally listen to their customers, and that is why people keep coming back. Also love their PR packages. I love how they market. I love that they're innovative and creative. They're always working on something, and they're always working to do better as a brand, not only in the makeup community, but being vocal about the things that they care about. Me personally, as a consumer, if I was going to start a brand, they would be one of the people that I would be watching when it comes to how to operate a brand, looking out for things that make a brand successful, because I think Huda Beauty is one of the most successful beauty brands on the market. I already know it's going to be L'Oreal's year because they keep coming out with with banger after banger after banger, and L'Oreal is one of the top selling brands in the world, and somehow they make the dupes better than the original. So at that point, it's not even a dupe, it's just a better version of what we had before. Another brand that fell off and redeemed itself, and I'm hoping will stay on top this year, is Morphe. They literally had such a good year. For me personally, last year I found so many great products from them, and Morphe was a brand I literally rid off, like I was never gonna buy from them again. CEO, I think, changed, and they got new management, and that really helped them. They were about to be dead. I'm hoping to see more from them this year. I would love to see blushes in this formula. Lastly, a brand I think nobody is paying attention to, but really did eat last year, and I think they're gonna keep going, is YSL Beauty. Obviously, YSL makeup is not a brand that everybody is going to get their hands on. Number one, a lot of people don't want to spend that much money on makeup, but number two, it's just really expensive. But for the people who do care, I think YSL is going to have a stellar year when it comes to makeup. I had never paid attention really to a lot of super high-end like designer brand makeup until YSL this year. Not only is the packaging so good, but the product is actually good inside, like every single one that I tried. So I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do this year. Those are the makeup brands that I think are going to have a record year this year. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'm curious on what we agree and disagree on. I love you guys so much. Bye.